simple thoughts I recognized. Can't you see their beauty in my mind?
Alright, welcome back to Doki Doki Literature Club. Last time we left off, something rather unfortunate happened. But I have so many questions. Why is the play button all glitched out? Why is what looks like Monica and some of Yuri's hair now glitched over the top of where Sayori was? And one thing I forgot to actually check the last time we were there is I remember seeing when I was editing the actual game. Okay, my mind has been blown. Okay, I was kind of irritated because I feel like I missed out on some potential information on this game. Right after what happened with Sayori, it was like, oh, I was supposed to look at this particular file. You know, I was sitting around editing and going, oh, I ended up receiving a picture file, and oh, I was supposed to go back and read like the text log, and I wasn't like thinking I was able to, you know, because when I was in the game, I went and looked back and the history was just completely wiped, which you'll see when I play. And then I played and I got off and I thought, okay, whatever. But then I got curious. Like I just can't stop thinking about this game because of not only how creepy it is, but just how entertaining it is. It's just kind of my thing, which I don't know if that's healthy or not, but so I did some investigating. I actually went into the files within the game, and this is what I found. And oh my god, it's beyond creepy, the things that I found in here. First things first, I started checking the folder. It said characters, and I thought, okay, that's interesting, right? So I clicked characters, and I realized it shows Yuri, it shows Monica, and it shows Natsuki. But there's no Sayori anymore. Like, she's literally been deleted from the game. Which people would say, okay, you know, that makes sense, you know, kind of. But literally, I mean, from the game files themselves, the game files line up with what's going on in the story. And I didn't think much of it at first, but then I found this picture by accident. I was clicking through the files thinking, oh, I'm just gonna click on this one. Why does it say it's called Happy Thoughts? But it's worded a little differently? Like, it was what kind of caught my attention. I was like, this is kind of weird looking. I mean, it didn't seem too much out of the ordinary at first, because I was like, oh, it looks like, you know, a file, you know? But when I clicked on it, this appeared. And I just kind of sat there and stared at it blankly for a few minutes and went, oh my god. This file was actually sent to me in-game at one point, and I just didn't notice. Like, I saw the achievement or the unlock or whatever when it happened, but I just kind of, like, didn't think much of it. Again, like, it went over my head, I guess you could say. And I was just sitting there like, oh, okay. That's interesting. I mean, it didn't send it to me in the game, but it added it to the game files. And it alerted you that it did this, but it's almost like it wants you to go looking in the game files. So I did a little more research. I kept looking through random folders and shit, and then I stumbled across the message that I think I was supposed to originally have gotten. Now, I don't know if it was supposed to show me this in game, if I was supposed to go to the history chat log or what, but I ended up finding it in the actual game folder. And it popped up, and this is what it said. Yeah. So, what's going on? And is this game going to try to kill me? Anyway, I'm actually kind of curious to see how the others are going to react to all of this when they find out, well, what happened. And I also question some of the things Monica has said and done. Sayori at multiple points actually mentioned talking to Monica and that she had said some things but wouldn't tell us what. It's almost like Monica likes us too, and I feel like Monica might do some sabotaging. Because right here where it's like Monica was right. What was Monica right about? I should just... Monica? Monica was right about what? ... And one of the last things Monica actually said to us as we were leaving to go check on Sayori was, make sure you don't leave her hanging. You kind of left her hanging this morning, you know? And I didn't think much of it at the time, but when I was editing this and I looked back on it, I was like, holy shit, that can't be just a coincidence. I mean, if so, bad wording, but anyway. With that, let's get right back into it and see what happens. What the fuck? Alright, before I do anything, I wanna actually check something. I mean, I might have lost the chance to actually go back and check it, or maybe it's just gone now. And what is this? I see an annoying girl running toward me from the distance, waving her arms in the air like she's totally oblivious to any attention she might draw to herself. Wait, what the fuck? This is how the game started off. That girl is my neighbor and good friend since we were children. The fuck? You know, the kind of friend you'd never see yourself making today, but it just kind of works out because you've known each other for so long. We used to walk to school together on days like this, but starting around high school, she would oversleep more and more frequently, and I would get tired of waiting up. But if she's going to chase after me like this, I almost feel better off running away. However, I just sigh and idle in front of the crosswalk, and let catch up to me. Whoa! What the fuck? What the fuck was that? Okay. It's an ordinary school day like any other. Mornings are usually the worst, being surrounded by couples and friend groups walking to school together. The text seems a little different. Meanwhile, I've always walked to school alone. Whoa, what? I always tell myself it's about time I meet some girls or something like that. Wait a minute. It's almost like we're starting from the beginning, but all of a sudden now Sayori doesn't exist? Wait, no, come on now, what the fuck? But I have no motivation to join any clubs. I'm perfectly content just getting by on the average, while spending my free time on games and anime. There's always the anime club, but it's not like there's always anime club, but it's not like there would be any girls in it anyway. Ooh. So are we not a part of the literature club anymore? I mean, considering Sayori is the reason we joined, and for whatever reason it's like she doesn't exist now. This is really weird. I'm really curious. I did not expect it to start off like this. The school day is as ordinary as ever, and it's over before I know it. After I pack up my things, I stare blankly at the wall, looking for an ounce of motivation. Clubs. There really aren't anything that interests me. Besides, most of them would probably be way too demanding for me to want to deal with. Huh, I guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club. Question mark, Tyler? What the fuck was that? Monica? Oh my goodness, I totally didn't expect to see you here. It looked like Sayori was on the screen for a second and then Monica like glitched and replaced her. It's been a while, right? Yeah, it has. Monica smiles sweetly. We do know each other, well, We rarely talked, but we were in the same class last year. Yeah, hi Monica. What's up? Don't hurt me. Monica was probably the most popular girl in class, smart, beautiful, and athletic. Basically completely out of my league. So having her smile at me so genuinely feels a little... What did you come in here what did you come in here for anyway? Oh, I've just been looking for some supplies to use for my club. The literature club? I'm guessing? Do you know if there's any construction paper in here? Or markers? I guess you could check the closet. You're in the debate club, right? About that. Whoa, okay, so much is like off here. Before she was in the literature club, and she was like the president or whatever, and now she's in debate, but she was also learning to play piano before? Question mark? I actually quit the debate club. Really? You quit? Yeah. To be honest, I can't stand all of the politics around the major clubs. It feels like nothing but arguing about the budget and publicity and how to prepare for events. Okay, you know, I think I remember her saying something about that. My memory is a little shoddy at times, but I don't recall her quitting it. I thought she just wasn't happy with it. Then again, yeah, I think she quit to make the literature club. Maybe that's what it was. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. In that case, what club did you decide to join? Actually, I'm starting a new one. A literature club. Okay, stop it, game. You're freaking me out. Literature? That sounds kind of dull. How many members do you have so far? It's kind of embarrassing, but there are only 3 of us so far. Hang on a minute. Is that counting yourself? It's really hard to find new members for something that sounds so boring. Well, I can see that. But it's really not boring at all, you know? Literature can be anything. Reading, writing, poetry. I mean, one of my members even keeps her manga collection in the club room. Wait, really? Yeah, it's funny, right? She always insists that manga is literature too. Wow, we're getting kind of mean all of a sudden. I mean, she's not wrong, I guess. And besides, she's a member's... Wait. And besides, a member's a member, right? Sure? Did Monica say she? Hey, Tyler. By any chance, are you still looking for a club to join? No, not at all. Nope. I mean, I guess so, but... Silence! Don't tell her that! In that case, is there any chance you do me a big favor? I won't ask you to join, but... if you could at the very least visit my club, it would make me really happy. Yeah, please? Man, I'm telling you now, she made me uneasy from the very beginning. Something about her just kind of was like off-settling, I guess you could say. And now she's just giving me like really bad vibes. Well, I guess I have no reason to refuse. Besides, how could I ever refuse someone like Monica? Sure, I guess I could check it out. Ah, awesome. You're really sweet, Tyler, you know that? Yeah, let's hope it stays that way, eh? It's nothing, really. Shall we go, then? I'll look for the materials another time. You're more important. Alright, thanks. Guess it's a little less scary. And thus today marks the day I sold my soul to Monica and her irresistible smile. This seems kind of deja vu-y because I remember this. I timidly follow Monica across the school and upstairs. A section of the school I rarely visit, being generally used for third-year classes and activities. Monica, full of energy, swings open the classroom door. Oh, dear God! What the fuck was that? I'm back! Are you? What the fuck, man? And I brought a guest with me. Girl one. Eh? What do you mean, girl one? The fuck? A guest? Girl two. Seriously? You brought a boy? Why the fuck are their names not there? Like, even for me that doesn't remember names normally, I remember Natsuki and Yuri. Where the fuck did they go? Way to kill the atmosphere. Don't be mean, Natsuki. Yeah, don't be mean. Bad things might happen. But anyway, welcome to the club, Tyler. ... All words escape me in this situation. Yeah, I miss Sayori. This club is full of incredibly cute girls. Man, keep your mind open. Keep your mind open. Keep your eyes open and your mind clear. Something is amiss here, Tyler. So, let me guess. You're Monica's boyfriend, right? What? No, I'm not. Natsuki? The girl with the sour attitude, whose name is apparently Natsuki, is one I don't recognize. Oh, okay. Her small figure makes me think she's probably... The fuck? Oh, shit. Fuck, I skipped some of it. Oh, fuck, I accidentally hit auto. Sorry, guys. And this is Yuri, the vice president. Okay, so they have voices now. It's nice to meet you. Yuri, who appears comparably more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with someone like Natsuki. Yeah, it's nice to meet both of you. So I ran into Tyler in a classroom, and he decided to come check out the club. Isn't that great? Wait, Monica? Didn't I tell you to let me know in advance before you brought anyone new? Really? I was going to, well, you know... Sorry. Make cupcakes, right? And Monica just kind of left that out this time, huh? Monica, what are you doing? It's almost like the game is changing to suit Monica. And the other two girls are just like there now. I'm watching you. I'm on to you. Sorry. I didn't forget that, but I just happened to run into him. In that case, I should at least make some tea, right? Yeah, that would be great. Why don't you come sit down, Tyler? Sure. The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. Yuri walks to the corner of the room and opens the closet. Meanwhile, Monica and Natsuki sit across from each other. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Monica. So, I know you didn't really plan on coming here, but we'll make you feel at home, okay? Oh, make you feel right at home, okay? As president of the Literature Club, it is my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone. I'm surprised there aren't more people in the club yet. Yeah. Like, Sayori, perhaps? It must be hard to start a new club. You could put it that way. Not many people are very interested in putting out all the effort to start something brand new, especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention, like literature. You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile. But it makes school events like the festival that much more important. I'm confident that we can really all grow this club before we graduate. Right, Natsuki? Well, I guess. Natsuki reluctantly agrees. Such different girls, all interested in the same goal. Monica must have worked really hard just to find these two. Yeah. It's like the story is almost just like Monica, and keep the other girls out of the way kind of thing. Yuri returns to the table carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot in the middle. You keep a whole tea set in the classroom? Or in this classroom? Don't worry, the teachers gave us permission. That's not what concerns me at this point. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? Yes, actually, I love hot tea. That sounds amazing. But... I guess... Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you. Alright. That's not... Insulted Yuri looks away. I meant that, you know... I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but at least I enjoy tea. I'm glad. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. So, Tyler, what kinds of things do you like to read? Well, considering how little I've read these past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. Manga? I mutter quietly to myself, half joking. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. Yeah, 'cause you like anime too, we found out, Natsuki. It looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet. That's different, okay. Not much of a reader, I guess. Well, that can change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri? Well, let's see. Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her finger. My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. Man, I don't like how this game is trying to lull me into a, false sense of security. Like, yeah, everything's fine, just read, everything's cool, it's relax. Pay no attention at all to the creepy-ass vibes around you. It's good. And telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive. Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seemed so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes light up when she finds her comfort in the world of books, not people. Alright, fair enough. But you know, I like a lot of things, so it seems like the story is kind of repeating itself, because I know I've read this before, but I have noticed little, changes here and there, some of the things they would say or do, like Natsuki popped up about the manga, whereas before I don't think she said anything about manga, or even, popped up at all, but I could be wrong. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. Yeah, I would agree. I'm very immersed at the moment. Isn't it amazing how a writer can so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you for a loop? Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately. You don't say! I read a horror book once. Yeah. I desperately grasped something I can relate to at the minimal level. At this rate, Yuri might as well be having a conversation with a rock. I'd expect that from you, Yuri. It suits your personality. Oh, is that so? Really, if a story makes me think or takes me to another world, then I really can't put it down. Surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment. Yeah. Ugh, I hate horror. Oh, why is that? Well, Natsuki's eyes dart over to me for a split second. Never mind. That's right, you usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki? What? What gives you that idea? You left a piece of scrap paper behind at the last club meeting. It looked like you were working on a poem called... Don't say it out loud! And give that back! Fine. Natsuki, you write your own poems? Well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care? I think that's impressive. Why don't you share them with me sometime? No. Natsuki averts her eyes. You wouldn't like them. Not a very confident writer yet. I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart. Do you have writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe if you share some of your work, you can set an example and help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers. ... Yeah, she's like, I don't know about that. I guess it's the same for Yuri. We all sit in silence for a moment. Hey, I just got an idea. How about this? Oh my god, please tell me I'm not gonna have to read through all of their poems and everything's gonna be exactly the same. Like, I doubt that's the case, but... Natsuki Yuri looked quizzically at Monika. Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. Then, next time we meet, we'll all share them with each other. That way everyone is even. I mean, I thought it was a good idea. You know, I haven't thought about this, but, the part where Monika and Natsuki, not Monika, Yuri and Natsuki, the purple hair girl and the, like, bright pink on the left, start arguing, you have the option of being like, Sayori, help! If we get back to that point, she's not going to be around to call, I would imagine, so... we'll have to choose one or the other then, wouldn't we? Ooh, this could... I mean, I thought it was a good idea. Well... I think you're right, Monika. We should probably start finding activities for all of us to participate in together. I did decide to take on the responsibility of vice president, after all. I need to do my best and nurture the club as well as its members. Wasn't that Sayori before? I think it was. Besides, now that we have a new member, it seems like a good step for us to take. Really? Do you agree as well, Tyler? Hold on, there's still one problem. What's that? Now that we've reached the most important topic, I bluntly come forth with what's been on my mind the entire time. I never said I would join this club. Monika may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decision. So now Monika's the one that got us to come instead of Sayori. I still have other clubs to look at, and, I lose my train of thought. All three girls stare back at me with dejected eyes. But... I'm sorry, I thought... The girls exchange glances before Monika turns back to me. I guess I need to tell you the truth, Tyler. The thing is, we don't have enough members yet to form an official club. Yeah, and now we're down one. We need 4. Yeah, Oh, you would have been fine before, but all of a sudden now you have to have me. But then again, something seems off about that. And I've been trying really, really hard to find new members. And if we don't find one more before the festival, they're gonna disband the literature club, right? ... I'm defenseless against these girls. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? I would feel terrible for letting everyone down in this situation. And besides, the club itself seems pretty relaxed. Yeah, don't buy into it, man. Don't buy into it. Let's just go read manga with Natsuki and flee the country, alright? I think that's the game plan. So if writing poems is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls... Oh, God. Dude. No. Right? Okay, I've decided then. Now do it, man! I'll join the literature club. Damn it, I told you not to do it! One by one, the girls' eyes light up. Oh my goodness, really? Do you really mean that, Tyler? Yeah. It could be fun, right? It really did scare me there for a moment. I mean, if you really just left after all this, I would be super pissed. Oh. That's It's a different response, I think. Tyler, I'm so happy. Huh. We can become an official club now. Thank you so much for this. You're really amazing. I'll do everything I can to give you a great time, okay? Thanks, I guess. Okay, everyone. I think with that we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone remember tonight's assignment. Write a poem to bring to the next meeting so we can all share. I wonder if the poems will change any, or if our poem will change. Do we still pick words? So many questions. Monica looks over at me once more. Tyler, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself. Yeah. Can I really impress the class? Wait, can I really impress the class star Monica with my mediocre writing skills? I already feel anxious. I already feel anxiety welling up inside me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri cleans up the tea set. I guess I'll be on my way then. Okay. I'll see you tomorrow then. I can't wait. Man, she is all chipper and into it now. Normally she isn't around that much, talking that much, and it's like she's the main character now to a degree. At least that's the way it seems. With that, I depart the club room and make my way home. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between the three girls. Natsuki, Yuri, and of course, Monica. Will I really be happy spending every day after school in a literature club? Perhaps I'll have a chance to grow closer to one of these girls. Alright. I'll just need to make the most of my circumstances, and I'm sure good fortune will find me. And I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. You have unlocked a special poem. Would you like to read it? Yes? Can you hear me? The fuck? You see, now there's only two here because Sayori's gone, and can you hear me? I want to check something real quick. Whoa. Wait a minute. All of our save files are gone. I know that's not just a fucking coincidence, but okay. We'll save it there. See, this is the text log I think I was supposed to check before when, well, unfortunately with Sayori, the error in that, and I figured if I had checked here it might have said something about it, but alright, nothing out of the ordinary, it's just the regular text, but what the fuck happened to my save files? They're just gone all of a sudden? And you got a secret poem? Hey, can you hear me? And then a giggle? That's the first time I've actually heard any voice in this game, considering everything I have to read. There's no voice acting. So what the fuck was that about? Alright, well, it looks like we're picking words. Tragedy. Alone. Makes me sad. Sayori, where have you gone? Well, we already know, but I want to pick Boop this time. Dream, fear, color, calm, waterfall, secretive, prayer, love. Guess love. Philosophy. I'm gonna not read through all of them because this game takes long enough to get through these types of things, and it looks like we're repeating a lot of it, so I'm gonna just read them quickly to myself and try to pick them as quick as possible to make it through this a little quicker. Vivacious. tears, death. Did she just move farther away from Monica just then? I mean, it could have been just a random jumping, but it looked like she's moving farther and farther away from Yuri. Interesting. Unstable. I'm watching you. Oh, fuck! What the fuck? Did you see her fucking mouth? What the fuck was that? Oh my god, Natsuki! I don't know if you're normal, but Monica and Yuri have gone evil. We need to get the fuck out of here. Oh my god. What the fuck? What was that? That's awesome. Oh my god, I wanna, hang on a minute. I wanna check something. Frightening, portrait, uncontrollable, uncredited, uncanny, raindrops, defeat. I'm gonna do... Okay, everything seems normal. Was I just seeing shit? Like, you guys saw that too, right? I'm starting to wonder. Am I seeing things? I don't know. Sensation, graveyard. Okay, she's the new one that we need to be keeping an eye on. Like, either she's gonna end up like Sayori, or she's gonna take somebody out. I don't know, man. She's like... Something's off. Hi again, Tyler. Glad to see you didn't run away on us. Ha ha ha. Yeah, I'm watching you. Nah, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but at least I keep my word. Well, I'm back at the literature club. I was the last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. Whoa! My god, stop doing that to me! I fucking looked down for 2 seconds! Thanks for keeping your promise, Tyler. Uh-huh. Alright. The fuck, man? I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you. Making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it? Oh my god. Oh, come on. Like he deserves any slack. You already had to be dragged here by Monica. Wait, was I? Or do you mean like the other day? I don't know if you plan to just come here and hang out or what, but if you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it. No, I take you seriously. Particularly the purple-haired girl, like, right now. Oh. What the fuck? Something certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps manga collection in the club room. She's blocking the text now. She's breaking the fourth wall, damn it! You heard the music. Natsuki finds herself stuck between saying Monica and manga. I want to actually point out this. If there was a horror game for me, this would be it. I like the psychological mindfuck that's going on here, and it's creepy. it's good creepy, but damn, manga is literature. Aww. Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plops back into her seat. I'm sorry, Tyler. We'll make sure to put your comfort first, okay? Oh my god, you're making... she's making me incredibly uneasy with the words she's saying. Yuri shoots Natsuki with a disappointed glance. Natsuki? Okay, listen to me carefully, okay? I'm gonna hand you this letter. Get out of the country, take this money, and run, alright? I don't know if you're evil like the rest of these girls, but something going down, and I think you're the only one here that's probably sane. Yuri shoots Natsuki with a disappointed glance, right? Anyway, now that you're in the club and all, perhaps you might have interest in picking up a book to read. Well, That's right, she, like, offers us a book. Like, recommends one. Gives us one, if I recall. I can't really say no either way. Like you said, I'm in this club now. So it only feels right for me to do something that, if you ask. Oh, do something like that, if you ask. Wait, I didn't mean it like that. Ooh. If you don't really want to, then forget I said anything, I guess. No, it's not that, Yuri. I want to try to be part of this club. So, even if I don't read often, I'd be happy to pick up a book if you wanted me to. Are you sure? I just felt like, well, as vice president and all, that I should help you get started on something you might like. Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book. I didn't want you to feel left out, so I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention even if you don't usually read. And we could, you know, discuss it if you wanted. This is... How is this girl accidentally being so cute? Right, though? She even picked out a book she thinks I'll like, despite me not reading much? Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically take the book. Phew. Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think. Now that everyone's settled in, I expected Monica to kick off some scheduled activities for the club. But that doesn't seem to be the case. Yuri's face is already buried in a book. I can't help but notice her intense expression, like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around in the closet, probably with the manga and whatnot. I'm really curious to talk to Yuri a little bit more, but at the same time, I would feel bad for distracting her from reading. I catch a glimpse of the cover of her book. It looks like the same book that she lent to me. Oh, okay, so she wants us to... I can relate with that, like when you want somebody to, you know, check out something that you like really like or really interested in too, and you want somebody to like read it or say look at it and so they can like kind of discuss it with you afterwards. Alright, okay, seems cool. More than that, she seems to be on the first few pages. So she gave us a book she hasn't read yet? Alright. What's with the music? Crap. I think she noticed me looking at her. She sneaks another glance at me, and our eyes meet for a split second. ... But that only makes her hide her face deeper in her book. Aww. I like shy girls. It's cute. Sorry. I was just spacing out. I mutter this, sensing I made her uncomfortable. Oh, it's fine. If I was focused, then I probably wouldn't have noticed in the first place. Alright. But I'm just rereading a bit of this, so... Alright, that makes sense. That's the book you gave me, right? Mm-hmm. I wanted to reread some of it. Not for any particular reason. Just curious, how come you have 2 copies of the same book? Well, she probably went out and bought it for you. Well, when I stopped at the bookstore yesterday... that's not what I meant. I mean... I just happened to buy 2 of them. Uh-huh, I ain't buying that, but okay. Ah, I see. There's something fairly obvious here that Yuri isn't telling me, but I decided to let it go. Yeah, don't, you know, fluster the poor girl, although... I've got my eye on you. I'll definitely start reading it soon. I'm glad to hear. Once it starts to pick up, you might have a hard time putting it down. It's a very engaging and relatable story. Is that so? We still don't know what the book is that she gave us. We never actually got to read it. Do we actually get to read it this time? Is that so? What's the story about, anyway? Well, I look at the cover of the book. The book is titled Portrait of Markov. It sounds familiar, and I don't know why. There's an ominous-looking eye symbol on the front of the cover, or on the front cover. Basically, it's about this religious camp that was turned into a human experiment prison. Oh, shit. Alright. And the people trapped there have this trait that turns them into killing machines that lust for blood. So, zombies? Kinda? But the facility gets even worse, and they start selectively breeding people by cutting off their limbs and affixing them to... Oh, shit. Oh, that might be a little bit of a spoiler. But anyway, I'm really into it. You know, I don't judge anybody for their dark habits, but considering the circumstances... the book, I mean. Not the thing about the limbs. Yeah, that's kind of... It's a very engaging and relatable story. Is that so? We still don't know what the book is that she gave us. We never actually got to read it. Do we actually get to read it this time? It's kind of dark, isn't it? Yuri made it sound like it was going to be a nice story, so that dark turn came from nowhere. Shit, so there's a fucking eyeball symbol on the book. It's about fucking zombie-ass experiments where they chop people's limbs off and fucking affix them to... Well, that's the interesting part. Affix them to what? Considering she kind of cut off and didn't say. Are you not a fan of that sort of thing, Tyler? Kind of. Honestly, I do like psychological horror. I'm just not a big fan of the zombies. I know it's a popular subject, and I know a lot of people are into that, but... and I don't want to sound hipstery saying this, but I just find zombies boring. They're kind of overdone at this point. I don't know, maybe that's just me. Though I've never really had much interest in them. I mean, I can definitely enjoy those kinds of stories, so don't worry. I hope so. Yeah, I totally forgot that Yuri is into those things. Yeah, I had a feeling you were the dark one, but it makes me wonder, if that's the case, when I picked all those dark words, Sayori was the only one that related with my stories, and not you? At all? Like, maybe it was just the quality of writing, or writing skills were bad, but... I don't know. Yeah. She's also... Oh wait, she's so shy and reclusive on the outside, but her mind seems to be completely different. Yeah, she's kind of dark and sinister. Nothing wrong with that necessarily, but it's just that this kind of story, it's the kind that challenges you to look at life from a strange new perspective. Yeah, I like that. When horrible things happen, not just because someone wants to be evil. Fair, but because the world is full of horrible people. And we're all worthless anyway. Uh-huh. Nothing wrong with this. Then, suddenly, I'm rambling, aren't I? No, not at all. Continue on. Everything's fine. Not again. I'm sorry. Hey, don't apologize. I haven't lost interest or anything. Well... I guess it's alright then, but I feel like I should let you know that I have this problem. When I let things like books and writing fill my thoughts, my whole body gets incredibly... What the fuck was that? I kind of forget to pay attention to other people. So, I'm sorry if I end up saying something strange. Uh-huh. Not a problem. And please stop me if I start talking too much. I talk too much. In real life, I ramble. Well, that's if you can get me to talk. Admittedly, I'm a little like Yuri in that respect. I'm kind of a quiet person. I don't talk a lot. And I'm also really shy. People would probably be like, Tyler, but you're right here. You're talking right now. You can't possibly be shy. Well, that's just not how it works, I'm afraid. All the same, something is incredibly off right now. Although I will say, it seems like Natsuki, other than like glitching under the screen at one point, is seemingly normal out of the other two, and these two are acting really strange, and so is the game. I really don't think you need to worry. That just means you're passionate about reading. The least I can do is listen. It's a literature club, after all. Well, that's true. In fact, I might as well get started reading it, right? Yeah. Shit. Oh, God. Yes. Alright, game. I mean, you don't have to, but... what are you saying? ... Let me just get the book. I quickly retrieve the book that I had put into my bag. Alright. Alright, it's fine if I sit here, right? I slip into the seat next to Yuri's. Yeah. Are you sure? You seem a little You seem a little apprehensive. I'm sorry. It's not like that. I don't want you to. It's just something I'm not very used to. Yeah, I get it. You're kind of a loner, the lone wolf, and you're extremely skittish around other people. I can relate. I gets it. Although you glitching out and freaking me out isn't helping. That is reading in company with someone. I see. Well, just tell me if I end up distracting you or anything. Alright. I open the book and start the prologue. As soon as I understand what Yuri means about reading in company, it's as if I can feel her presence over my shoulder as I read. Yeah, that's not reassuring or anything. It's not a particularly bad thing. Maybe a little distracting, but the feeling is somewhat comforting. Understandable. I mean, kind of. Yuri is in the corner of my eye. I realize that she's not actually looking at her own book. Uh-oh. I glance over. It looks like she's reading from my book instead. Sorry. I was just bathing in the... Something about bathing in the feeling of your heart? Yuri, you really apologize a lot, don't you? See, I'm not the one making it skip forward like that. It's like it shoots across the screen, you get a very brief chance to try to read what's going on, and then it's just gone. I do? You know what? I'm curious. I want to try something. Weird. So that information isn't actually in here. Yeah, see, it like reads like normal, but the text that has like the black underline behind it is not even there. So I can't go back and read it either. I do? I don't really mean to. Sorry. I mean... Here, this should work, right? I slide my desk until it's up against Yuri's, then hold my book more between the two of them. I suppose so. Aw, that's kind of cute, though. Yuri timidly closes her own copy. Once we each lean in a little bit, our shoulders are almost touching. Is Monica gonna be okay with this? It feels like my left arm is in the way, so instead I use my right hand to hold the book open. I guess that makes it kind of difficult to turn the page. Here. Yuri takes her left arm and holds the left side of the book between her thumb and forefinger. Aw, alright. I do the same with my right arm on the right side of the book. That way I turn a page. That way I turn a page and Yuri slides it under her thumb after it flips to her side. Oh, that's cute. But in holding it like this, we're huddled even closer together than before, which I'm sure she's not gonna have a problem with aside from her heart might stop a beat. It's actually kind of distracting me. It's as if I can feel the warmth of Yuri's face and she's in the corner of my vision. You keep saying that, in the corner of your vision. Are you ready? You saw her eyeball just move, right? Yeah? I'm ready. To turn the page. Sorry. I think I got a little bit distracted for a second. I glance over at Yuri's face again, and our eyes meet. I don't know how I'll be able to keep up with her. Yeah, she's probably a faster reader. That's okay. You're not used to reading. Wait, you're not as used to reading, right? I don't mind being patient if it takes you a bit longer. Aw, that's sweet. Is she smiling now? I don't know if she was smiling before. See, this is the thing, I keep looking down to read, and I swear things change every now and again. But then again, I'm a bit spacey, so it's hard to say. I think that's the bad thing about me. The game's creepy in its own right, but then you're a little spacey on your own, and you start not noticing shit you should have probably noticed. It's probably the least I can do. What does that mean? Since you've been so patient with me. Okay, yeah. Thanks. We continue reading. At least her eye went back to normal. Yuri no longer asks me if I'm ready to turn the page. Instead, I just assume that she finishes the page before me, so I turn it by my own volition. We continue the first chapter in silence. Even so, turning each page feels like an intimate exchange. My thumb gently letting go of the page and letting it flutter over over to her side as she catches it under her own thumb. Hey Yuri, this might be a silly thought, but the main character kind of reminds me of you a little bit. Is that a good thing or a bad thing? Eh? The look on her face. No, I don't relate to this character at all. Definitely not. Really? I was just thinking the way she second guesses things, she says, and all that. That's what you were talking about. Sorry. See, that's exactly what I was thinking. She played that off like she thinks she's smooth, but she's like, oh, that's what you were talking about. It wasn't the fact that, I severed off somebody's limbs and glued them on somebody else. No, it's just that thing. Never mind. Carry on. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. I'm watching you. Mm-hmm. I thought you meant something else about her. Something else? You see? Now they're bringing it up. Never mind. We didn't even get that far yet. So I don't know why that came into my head. Yuri, are you feeling alright? Yuri's been a little fidgety ever since we started reading. You can rest if you're feeling sick or something. Your breathing is a little... My breathing? Yuri puts her hands on her chest as to feel her heartbeat. I didn't even notice. What, you going Doki Doki over there? Anyway, I'm fine. I just need to get some water. Alright, don't push yourself. Yuri stands up and practically rushes out of the classroom. Alright. What on earth was that about? Tyler? Did something happen just now? Not that I know of, but then again, I'm getting some suspicions. Eh? I have no idea. Yuri was acting a little strange, I guess. So you don't know anything? Sorry, I can't say I do. Are you worried about her? Oh, no, not really. Yeah, why not? I was just making sure that you didn't do anything to her. Like what? No, nothing. Don't worry. I believe you, silly. Yuri just does this sometimes, so it's nothing alarming. Alright, if you say so. Anyway, why don't we start with sharing our poems with each other? Eh? Shouldn't we wait for Yuri? Well, she might be a while, so I just figured we'd get started without her. Is that okay? Yeah, I was just asking. I stand up. I make a mental note of where I left off in the book, then slip it back into my bag.